Good morning. How's everyone? Good, good. So, Steve, who is actually my cousin, we first cousin, we grew up like brothers, so we call each other brother, has done a wonderful job of laying out just how the XM Bank works and who we're here on behalf of and what we came to do. And so I'm going to get a little bit more specific in some of the areas that we have some expertise in. But first, I'll give you a little bit of my background. So I have a master's in health administration and have been in the healthcare field for most of my career. So from that started a company. So we back in 2003, now gosh, it's been almost 20 years, so we started Bennet Wholesale Distributors, which is a company that wholesales medical supplies and equipment. And so we started that company, and then some years later started Bennet Warren and Associates as a consultancy, and we've been working both of those companies together to help people in various areas. But so I've got some experience as being in administration at hospitals, also mental health facilities, and so there are a number of opportunities if we have any folks in those areas here to have discussions about. But want to touch a little bit about specifically bringing adequate medical supplies and equipment to the country of Nigeria. And I think that's important. We've been, doing a lot of research here and understanding that there's a need for diagnostic equipment, basic medical supplies, and we're here to tell you that that's something that we can supply. We can have here in the country for citizens to take advantage of. And so that's one of the things that we want to focus on, funding for specific capital equipment. And capital equipment meaning very expensive equipment, diagnostic machines, MRI machines, things of that nature. And so those are things that are now on the table to bring into the country through utilizing funds from the XM Bank and for willing participants. I'm sure there are some private entities here that may have interest in this, and then also joint ventures with the government to try to bring in adequate health care for all that. The other thing is we do, because we're a wholesale company, we do a number of, we touch on a number of different areas. Healthcare is the overarching area there, but we do have access to other wholesale products from the U.S. and other places around the world, but particularly from the U.S. And so that may include things like sanitation solutions. And when I say solutions, we're talking about different solutions for sanitation, like we just got, well, I can't say got over COVID, but we're at a better place with COVID. But sanitizers for your hands, sanitizers for surfaces, sanitizers for facilities such as meat packing plants and meat processing facilities and places like that, to make sure that we're not passing on different foodborne illnesses and things of that nature that can be prevalent if you don't have adequate sanitation. So there's a number of areas that we can address that presents opportunities for people. So if we're able to supply those, we have companies here that would be able to get that out and get contracts with various facilities. So it gives you options to be able to expand your businesses. So those are some of the things that we want to address with you and help you, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to partner and assist in any way that we can. So one of the other areas that we can address, let's see. So we have for security, and I'm not sure how many security firms we may have or agencies, but we do wholesale, and we have access to tactical gear. So that would be your security forces and areas of that nature, police, private security forces, federal security forces. So we do have access to those types of equipment as well. And we're pretty broad, so there's a number of other areas. And so if you feel that, if you have a question about an area that we're not addressing right now, as Steve said, we do have access to a number of areas that we can assist in getting you what you need. Touch on a couple of those areas, just to kind of give you an idea, of some of the specific areas. But we will come back and answer any questions that you may have in regards to what we just talked about. If you have specific questions about any of those areas, healthcare, tactical gear, sanitation, or anything that you may want to, any areas that you may have that we did not cover, we will answer those questions and let you know what we have access to and how we can help you. So, thank you again.